Welcome back. You should have just completed the Kahoot. Congratulations to whoever the winner was. I hope you guys learned a couple of sports that maybe you didn't even know existed in the world. Maybe got a little fun fact for your day off those sports. Now we're going to segue into kind of our team sports project where you are going to do some research on team sports, find out what they're all about, kind of what it is in general, and teach me a thing or two about team sports, okay? There's actually this really cool thing on Netflix. I think it's called Home Game, where it goes all over the world and it's like the craziest games around the world. Some of them are pretty intense, like rugby and football without rules. Like it gets pretty brutal, but there's some really interesting ones too. So if you need an idea for a team sport, look that up too. Okay, team sports, again, as a reminder, what are they? Are sports that involve one or more persons to kind of accomplish a goal, okay? So it could be soccer, basketball, baseball, volleyball, competitive cheer. Use so many options. Water polo, okay? Things that you should stay away from. Individual sports, golf, singles tennis, martial arts, wrestling, boxing, fencing, things like that. You can use that when we start talking about individual sports, but I need you to go with team sports right now, okay? If you need help with ideas, please use Google, ask your teacher, ask some friends, email me, and I'd be more than happy to help you find a very interesting topic, okay? This is what you're going to do for me, though, this week, and probably a little bit of next week, too. You're going to be working on this team sports project. You're going to pick one team sport, whichever one you choose, up to you. You put your name and crew. And then you're going to fill out these slides based on your team sport, okay? However, this first slide is the only thing that's a little bit different. This is what I want you to tell me in 3 sentences. What team or teams have you been on in your life? List them. It can be sports. It can be group projects. It can be Girl Scouts. It can be Boy Scouts. It can be anything that you've been a part of a team, okay? I want you to tell me what that is. And then using 3 complete sentences describes what you learned from those experiences about being on a team. Okay, maybe it's an art class when you're coming together to create a project together. All right, be creative and just let me know what your experience with teams have been. Not just sports; it can be sports, but in other areas of your life too. Okay, Mrs. Hawes kind of made the rest of this template, so she has some writing in here to help you out. Obviously, you will delete this when it's your turn. You're going to explain what a team sport is in your own words. Okay, do not just copy and paste it from Google. All right, you are 8th graders, use your words, and then delete this, and then you will put your definition here. Please add a nice photo or 2 just to make our presentation interesting. Also, before I forget, you feel free to keep this blue template, but if you want to change it up to whatever your style is, I'm good with that too. Give me some of your personality. Then you're going to talk about the history of the sport. Maybe you talk about like when it was invented, who was it invented by, what social class played it the most, okay? And just kind of maybe the country it was originated in, okay? Just some interesting stuff to feel free to add a photo. And then the object of the game, okay? Maybe I'm doing softball. Well, my goal is for my team to get more runs than the other team, okay? And then just obviously you would elaborate on that, but use your 3 sentences or bullet points. Either is fine with me, okay? Equipment, tell me what kind of stuff you need to play this sport. Some require a lot of equipment, some don't. Give me some examples. Give me some brands. Tell me where I can find it, okay? Some stuff you can find at MC Sports, which no longer exists. But if I give you another example, you're going to use it, okay? Some you have to look online, okay? Some stuff like softball, you use a lot of Mizuno stuff, like Mizuno cleats and stuff like that. Maybe there's a specific brand that you would use, all right? Put a nice little picture here, maybe of where I can find it, maybe of an equipment. Then give me some 5 rules of these sports. But I want you to tell me, like, I have never heard of this sport before, okay? Don't give me this, like, super detailed something or other that if I just looked at this, I'd be like, I have no idea what this is if I'd never known sports before, okay? Tell it to me in like some pretty basic terms so that I can understand it, okay? If someone who doesn't know sports can understand it, all right? Tell me about a pro player, all right? Maybe you pick basketball. Sue Bird is one of my favorite WNBA players. Maybe I would pick Sue Bird if I did basketball and I would talk about her, give 5 facts, all right? Here's some options of what you can do. Remember to delete this when you do yours, and maybe I would put a picture of Sue Bird. How do they train? How do they practice? What kind of skills do they need? Stuff like that. Give me some bullet points. Do they need to do agility drills? Do they need to do, if they're on a crew team, do they have to be on the rowing machine? Do they row a certain amount of yards? So they have to train for that. Do they have cross training? Swimmers, you're in the pool and you're outside the pool, right? A lot of different options. Tell me some things I need to know about their training and practice. If you don't know, that's why we have Google. And then this doesn't really have to do with your team sport. And this can be life. This could be a pro athlete. It could be your teacher. It could be anyone else. But just someone in your life that you know of. Could be LeBron James, if you want it to be LeBron James, who is a good team player. What character qualities do they have? What makes them work well on a team? What other areas of life can you use these qualities besides playing team sports? So make sure you answer this question. A lot of people forgot that last try and got some points taken away. Just remember to answer that. And then if you want some extra credit, you could create your own sport or Olympic sport at home. All right, I'm not going to give you too many ideas. You can be creative. It could be like speed knitting. You have to like knit a certain amount in like 30 seconds. I don't know. Could be you have to bounce the ball off a certain number of pans. Take a video of it. Show me. Okay, show me how to play this game. I would love to see it. Okay, sources. This is a big one too. Sources, 8th graders. Do not write Google. That is your search engine. That is not your source. If I looked up one of my favorite humans ever, Sue Bird, I would not say that I found that information on Google. Sorry, I froze there for a second. That was a little weird. I would click on this URL. I would copy it, bring it over here. And when it loaded, I'm going to put it down here so I don't have to delete that. Paste it here. That is my source, okay? Google is not a source. It's a search engine. Do not put Google. You will not get credit, okay? So make sure you have pictures on it. Make sure you delete this kind of text that's already there. And then just be creative with however you want. Right here, I have a link to the rubric. My computer's kind of slow, so I already pulled it up for you guys. This tells you what it is. It is worth 30 points. 30, okay? So this is the biggest assignment we've done so far. Please do a good job on it. Each slide is worth 3 points, and then creativity is worth 2, and then your sources is worth 1. All right? This is what you will be graded on. All right? Your extra credit is there for you too. Make sure you take a video playing that sport. Okay, or like the setup of it. I would love to see it. Really excited of what you come up with. If you have questions, if you're struggling with what the heck Miss V is a team sport, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to help you. We can do a Google Meet, or you can just email me and I can help you out that way too. Okay, good luck with this. You will find this template on Google Classroom. Remember, the rubric is attached below in this document. I will also attach it in the Google Classroom assignment too. All right, you will have part of today to work on it and either 1 or 2 more days to work on it as well. Okay, I'll keep you posted on if it's just going to be 1 or 2. All right, have a good day. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck and be creative, okay? Maybe find a sport that you don't know a whole lot about. All right, see you guys.